so good to be back here in South Carolina, home of the Gamecocks.
The iron Keyshawn soars in from the weak side, however, and is that done.
There it is.
Driven hard. The Gamecocks will take the series against their rival.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome into Gamecock Insider. We're back for another season. I'm your host, Derek Scott. So great to be back with you talking Gamecock athletics. You know, our basketball teams, men's and women's, are both 9 games into their seasons already. And on the show today, we'll give you a coverage of both of those squads, catch you up to speed if you've been focused a little more on football up to this point. Speaking of football, are you familiar with the series on Gamecocks Plus? It's about the Black Magic team of 1984. We'll give you a sneak peek into episode 1 of that just to whet the taste buds if you haven't caught up on it to this point. As we get things started, though, there's one thing that we can say about Gamecock athletics as we head into 2026. There is a new standard, and it's called the Garnet Standard.
Our world is changing. Good. So are we. What you see here wasn't luck or chance. We made this happen as a family. Always hungry for the moment. Hungry for it all. Every endless night, every time we said just one more. But now, it's time to take the next step.
There are few places like here in Columbia.
We aren't building this just to be quiet. We're creating this machine to conquer.
What a phenomenal scene down here.
A brand capable of launching today's stars and to inspire tomorrow. All while hanging banners and cutting nets. We will blaze this path with ambition and grit. This won't be flash, it will be substance. Those before us shattered ceilings.
Game over. Gamecocks are in the Final Four.
And created a monster. Now, it's our turn to feed it. This is our standard, the Garnet Standard.
They know they have a great opportunity, and they're ready to take advantage of it.
Let's switch gears right now and talk a little bit about the health of the Gamecocks. It is the Prisma Health injury update on the basketball front. Probably already aware, but nonetheless, it's worth noting probably throughout this season that Chloe Kitts, the senior standout for the Gamecocks women's basketball team, is out for the season after undergoing knee surgery. On the men's basketball front, a guy who's had his fair share of hard luck over the last couple of years, of course, that being Miles Studi, is out right now, but expected to be back really immediately after suffering a broken nose and a concussion in a collision in practice. Miles will play the rest of the season wearing one of those face guards to protect that nose after the surgery that was undergone to repair it and protect him for the rest of the 2025-26 year. So that's your injury update. It's brought to you by our friends at Prisma Health. They're the official team physicians of the Gamecocks. And we'll have more of the Gamecock Insider in just a moment from Learfield.
Gamecock Insider is brought to you by Prisma Health, the official healthcare provider of the Gamecocks, and by Backstreet's Grill. Join us every Thursday at Backstreet's Grill on Devine Street for Carolina calls from 7 to 8 p.m. Visit backstreetsgrill.com to learn more about their unique food and drink options.
I know what it takes to build a winning team, and I see that shining brightly every day in our long-standing partnership with Prisma Health. As our official team physicians, Prisma's commitment to helping our players achieve their best gives us an advantage every time we take the court. Prisma is illuminating a better view of health from every angle for all of our Gamecock athletes and for the communities across South Carolina and beyond. There's nobody our team trusts more, as together we see a healthy, hopeful way forward.
Farm Bureau Insurance wants to give you a VIP experience this baseball season. Visit usccontest.com and register for your chance to be Cocky's game day guest. Winners will get a special invitation to a game, an autographed baseball and ball cap, 2 premium tickets, a trip to the radio booth, and more. Visit usccontest.com and register today. Cocky's Game Day Guest is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, here for all your auto, home, and life insurance needs.
They say home is where the heart is, and that's never been more true than it is right here.
Right now in Colonial Life Arena. Colonial Life reminds us to stand together no matter what.
And to lift each other up, both in support and celebration.
And the Gamecocks win!
So, if you're a Colonial Life policyholder,
business owner, community partner,
or a fellow fan,
thank you.
Because you make this house
our home.
Welcome.
Welcome back to Gamecock Insider, everybody. If you're here at Colonial Life Arena, you can't look in any direction and not see some reminder of the great success of Don Staley's women's basketball program. There are national championship banners. There are pieces of the court from the Final Four. There are lots of trophies. And of course, down on the court here at Colonial Life Arena, you look up and you see banners everywhere, recognizing the success that this program has had. Coach Staley, always inspirational, has her message for her team each year that gets them ready to go. This year, it's all about our circle.
We're all here now, and we just talk about our circle. No matter what happens throughout the year, everything's cool right now. Everything's innocent, right? There's no starting lineup. There's no playing time. There are no games. You know, there's really no pressure on you at this moment. The pressure comes with the height of the season, the challenges of the season, the highs and the lows of the seasons, and we'll have them. We will. It's really important that we just hold on. Now we are building our trust and our strength to continue to hold on. If at some point in the season we lose somebody, which we pray to God that we don't, we got to keep our circle tight. We got to keep our circle tight. We believe we have enough in the room to accomplish every single one of our goals. Every single one of our goals. And it's not hung up on 1 win or 10 wins or 30 wins. And I think it's hung up on people came here to win a national championship. We got enough in the room to win a national championship, okay? With every single national championship that this program has won, it came with a lot of challenges. But in the end, we stuck together. No matter what, we stuck together through the highs and the lows, right? I think it's really important that you all communicate through your highs and lows, because your lows don't have to be low, but you're supposed to go through something. Remember that. When you're going through something, you're supposed to go through something. Your process is your process. Our process is our process. And when we all stay linked and strong together, it ends in the way it's supposed to end in. Whether we win or whether we lose, it ends the way it's supposed to end. So I'm hoping and praying that you all just really believe in the process and believe in our togetherness and believe in each other. Believe in your process. When you give yourself to the process, highs and lows don't matter. Believe in us, believe in you, believe beyond your measure. Bring it in, y'all. Let's go. Together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Together.
Let's stay with women's basketball. The Terminix Pest Player of the Week, Medina Ocote, a new member of the Gamecock squad, and she has made an immediate impact. 4 consecutive double-doubles. She put up big numbers at the Players Era Challenge out in Las Vegas. She is our Terminix Pest Player of the Week. And we're back with more of the Gamecock Insider in just a moment from Learfield.
Toyotathon is on. Discover holiday magic with a new Toyota. Take a 4Runner skiing.
Wow.
Sick. Pick out the perfect tree with the Tacoma.
Bingo.
Or find the best sledding spot with a Grand Highlander.
Whoa!
'Tis the season for Toyotathon. Oh, Santa got my letter.
Get 1.99% APR for 36 months plus $1,000 holiday bonus cash on a new 2025 Toyota Tacoma Hybrid. That's just 1.99% APR on the Toyota Tacoma Hybrid.
Toyotathon is on.
Toyota, let's go places.
What does farm to table mean to you? Fresher, tastier food? Sitting down with family and friends at local restaurants? Sure, but thanks to South Carolina farmers and chefs, you can enjoy farm to table anywhere. That's because when you buy certified SC, you're supporting South Carolina farmers and getting locally grown food that's perfect for whatever table. So choose local, choose fresh. It's a matter of taste.
They say home is where the heart is, and that's never been more true than it is right here.
Right now, in Colonial Life Arena. Colonial Life reminds us to stand together, no matter what.
And to lift each other up, both in support and celebration.
And the Gamecocks win!
So, if you're a Colonial Life policyholder,
business owner, community partner,
or a fellow fan,
thank you.
Because you make this house
our home.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long-distance love. For the far-sighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Good hard work has earned Lauren Friedman the title of Colonial Life Academic Athlete of the Week. A member of the women's tennis team, Lauren is a political science major at South Carolina. This week's Academic Athlete of the Week is brought to you by Colonial Life. Colonial Life, the benefits of good hard work.
Gets it back. Now lets it fly. Meechie Johnson, it's crunch time.
Something mischanged for defense. They go right.
Here's a deep one. Meechie! Johnson, deep one. Meechie Johnson!
That's your Samsbury. Did you see that play? Meechie Johnson back in a Gamecock uniform here in the 2025-26 season, and it did not take long for him to remind Gamecock fans how special he can be. A huge performance, clutch three-pointers practically from West Columbia that pulled the Gamecocks out of a hole and allowed them to defeat Southern Miss early this season in overtime. Now, speaking of men's basketball, coming out of a struggle last season, Carolina is ready to prove that they're back to being a formidable foe in the Southeastern Conference. But these guys know they have to earn it.
To constantly be challenging yourself. It's going to be another play again and again and again and again. You're a machine.
Let's go, man! Let's go!
Who are you? You're good with who you are right now? I'm there. You've tricked yourself.
Challenge
Your perception of what discipline is. Your perception of what consistency is. Your perception of what teammate is. It's exactly what we're going to get is what we earn. We're going to get everything that we earn, and that's all we're going to get.
All we got. They like picking us last. Really all we got.
So let's continue to earn it. It's this group right here. You don't listen to what anybody says. You know what work looks like. You know what the guy next to you looks like.
This is one of the deepest teams I've ever been a part of. I will say that.
They picked us dead last. I thank them. I thank them.
We got to prove it today, man. Let's start right today. Come on, man. Let's go.
Know who you are and be who you are. If you play together as a group, if you compete, there's no limitation on what you can get done.
Stay tuned.
I know what it takes to build a winning team, and I see that shining brightly every day in our long-standing partnership with Prisma Health. As our official team physicians, Prisma's commitment to helping our players achieve their best gives us an advantage every time we take the court. Prisma is illuminating a better view of health from every angle for all of our Gamecock athletes and for the communities across South Carolina and beyond. There's nobody our team trusts more, as together we see a healthy, hopeful way forward.
holiday magic with a new Toyota. Take a 4Runner skiing.
Wow.
Sick. Pick out the perfect tree with the Tacoma.
Bingo.
Or find the best sledding spot with the Grand Highlander.
Whoa.
'Tis the season for Toyotathon. Oh, Santa got my letter.
Lease a new 2025 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for $269 a month for 36 months, plus $1,000 holiday bonus cash. That's just $269 a month on the Toyota Tacoma.
Toyotathon is on.
Toyota, let's go places.
Morning, Carl. Usual?
Yeah.
Your oldest was in here the other day. Said the two of you took a trip down to my neck of the woods. How'd that go?
You might as well give me one of those Carolina cars while you're at it.
I knew I liked that one.
Yeah.
There you go, my friend.
Thanks.
Hey, Carl. Congratulations.
See you tomorrow, Freddie.
You bet.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Welcome back to Gamecock Insider. I'm your host, Derek Scott. Gamecocks Plus, of course, is our partner. We do a lot of promotion of the things that they have available for you to consume. Something we're going to talk about for the next few weeks is the new series they put together this year about the Black Magic season for Gamecock football back in 1984. If you're of a certain age, there may not be a more cherished memory than that particular season and the way that team kind of came out of nowhere to put together one of the more historical years in Gamecock football history. Right now, we're going to take a sneak peek at episode 1 of Black Magic.
This is already the greatest season in South Carolina football history.
Team like South Carolina, it really is an opportunity for them.
Fine rush. Here's Hine. He's wide open. That Hine, that's Weiler. Touchdown. Touchdown, Navy.
People talked a lot about, where did this curse come from? What was the origin of the curse? A lot of people point to a character by the name of Ben Tillman. He's a senator from South Carolina. He was the governor in the 1890s. He was sort of an agrarian populist, came from rural part of the state. He was always critical of the University of South Carolina for their lack of agricultural offerings. At that time, South Carolina did have some agricultural offerings, but he thought it was, they were pitiful, they weren't nearly enough. He lobbied for a long time for an independent agricultural institution, state-supported. The legend goes that as governor, the legislature had denied him his request for funds for an agricultural college. Tillman walked over to the Horseshoe, which of course is a stone's throw away from the State House here in Columbia, and drove a pitchfork into the ground on the Horseshoe and said that from that point forward, a curse would befall the University of South Carolina.
For some reason, they come together culturally, athletically, and they win. I think that in itself makes it a great story. To me, that's made for a movie.
Rogers. Fumble.
History is sort of mediocrity, sort of baffling losses, and even our best teams had just moments of just inexplicable bad luck, it seems like. You think back to the era between the ACC and the SEC and even before that. Carolina at one time had a 0-8 bowl record up until the mid-90s. Maybe Carolina's best ever men's basketball team, certainly one of the best, 1969-70 team under Coach Frank McGuire. Went 14-0 in the ACC. All-America guard John Roche in the semifinal game against Wake Forest. Sprains an ankle, bad sprain. We get to the championship game against NC State. And NC State was a vastly inferior team. We had beaten them a couple times pretty handily during the regular season. John Roche tries to make a go of it, comes into the game, but clearly he's just not able to do what he normally does. Of course, only the tournament champion received a bid to the NCAA tournament. Maybe our greatest team ever didn't get to the NCAA tournament because of one play, one really unfortunate, unlucky play, that ankle sprain. Fast forward to '92, a booster by the name of Floyd Bowie Jr. decided to hire a witch doctor, an actual witch doctor, Archibald Thibault from Blythewood, to come to Williams-Brice Stadium and actually perform an exorcism to rid the university of this chicken curse. Talk about sort of the weirdness of college sports, college football in particular. That was pretty weird. Sports are weird, but that's what makes it fun. That's part of what makes it fun.
You got to remember, our program was not very good. We were struggling. We were kind of an also ran or never ran, sitting out there not being very good. It was hard to get excited. As much as I love this school and this university and this football program and all, it was disappointing, quite honestly, frustrating, disappointing, and for the fans as well.
South Carolina was pretty much a mediocre program. It had about a 500 career record from the dawn of football. They had a few 7-win seasons. They'd never won 8 games till the George Rogers year.
And at that time, I knew 2 things about South Carolina as a whole. Myrtle Beach and George Rogers won the Heisman Trophy. Outside of that, I knew nothing about South Carolina until I came on my recruiting trip.
1981 was his final season. That season started really well. They upset the number 3 ranked team, University of North Carolina, on the road in Chapel Hill. Ultimately, they had one of his sort of late season collapses. They lost to the University of Pacific, who most folks had never heard of. Then they lost to the University of Hawaii as well and weren't particularly competitive in that game. Coach Carlin had strong personality. He had made some enemies. He used to say, "If you don't like me, that's your problem." And that sort of provided the Board of Trustees and President Holderman with the impetus they needed to go ahead and part ways. They were looking for an opportunity, I think, to separate the head football coach and the athletics director positions, and ultimately that's what they did. I had 1 year head coach, Coach Richard Bell, who was the defensive coordinator under Coach Carlin, took over and coached in '82. Coach Bell ultimately went 4-7 and was relieved, and so they turned to Joe Morrison.
The South Carolina football program is a success story that derives its heart and soul from head coach Joe Morrison. He's a man I respect. He's a man with a deep commitment, and a man I call a good friend.
Joe, I've been to a lot of colleges, but I've never seen anything quite like this. What are you trying to accomplish here?
Well, this was the idea of our athletic director, Bob Markham, and it's our Hall of Captains. And what we're trying to accomplish is South Carolina had not had a great deal of tradition before we both arrived, and we think with this Hall of Captains that we hope to start establishing that tradition.
Morning, Carl. Usual?
Yeah.
Your oldest was in here the other day. Said the 2 of you took a trip down to my neck of the woods. How'd that go?
You might as well give me one of those Carolina cars while you're at it.
I knew I liked that one.
Yeah.
There you go, my friend.
Thanks.
Hey, Carl. Congratulations.
See you tomorrow, Freddie.
You bet.
Farm Bureau Insurance wants to give you a VIP experience this baseball season. Visit usccontest.com and register for your chance to be Cocky's game day guest. Winners will get a special invitation to a game, an autographed baseball and ball cap, 2 premium tickets, a trip to the radio booth, and more. Visit usccontest.com to register today. Cocky's Game Day Guest is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, here for all your auto, home, and life insurance needs.
Welcome.
What does farm to table mean to you? Fresher, tastier food? Sitting down with family and friends at local restaurants? Sure, but thanks to South Carolina farmers and chefs, you can enjoy farm to table anywhere. That's because when you buy certified SC, you're supporting South Carolina farmers and getting locally grown food that's perfect for whatever table. So choose local, choose fresh. It's a matter of taste.
Gamecock Insider is brought to you by Prisma Health, the official healthcare provider of the Gamecocks, and by Backstreet's Grill. Join us every Thursday at Backstreet's Grill on Devine Street for Carolina Calls from 7 to 8 p.m. Visit backstreetsgrill.com to learn more about their unique food and drink options.
Back to wrap things up on this week's edition of the Gamecock Insider. That means it's time for On the Road, our weekly segment brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. So, the Gamecock women's basketball team, boy, they've been on the road plenty already this year. They've been out to the West Coast, frequent flyer miles, just got back from Louisville. They're happy to be staying here in home sweet home for at least a week. Meanwhile, the men's basketball team has only been out of town once. That was for a tournament up in wild and wonderful West Virginia at the Greenbrier Resort. Next up for them, though, a shorter road trip, but oh my, is it an important one. It'll be one we talk about more next week on this show, and that is, of course, going up to Little John Coliseum to take on the Clemson Tigers. But as for this week, both squads will stay right here at Colonial Life Arena. That is your On the Road segment brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. And that wraps things up for us. Episode 1 of the season in the books here on the Gamecock Insider. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Derek Scott. We'll see you next week.
This has been an exclusive presentation from Learfield.